Hey everyone. So I didn't post anything about weight loss last week. I ended up gaining 0.8 pounds. So just under a pound last week. But good thing is I lost 1.8 pounds this week. So I am on the right track. I'm doing really, really good. I think I've lost around 6.5 pounds total now. I still don't really see too much difference, but it's a work in progress. I've been kind of under the weather the last week or so. My sinuses have been driving me insane. They're just, I feel fine. It's just my sinuses are killing me. But I get like this every year around this time when I'm in Florida. Um, it just kills me, and it's just allergies. My mom was the exact same way when she lived in Florida, so I inherited that from her. So there's something in the air that's around this time of year that affects us to have sinus drainage and makes us not feel so good. I mean, I'm feeling fine. Other than that, it's just the sinus drainage. And then occasionally it will I'll start coughing because I get like a dry spot right here in my throat and I can't clear it. um, so yeah, so I got some cough drops to suck on to make sure that my throat always stays moist. Because even drinking something doesn't seem to work that well. Um, so it's like right where the nose air pipes connect to the throat air pipes type area. So every time I breathe in, it seems to make that dry spot get worse, even with drinking. Um, so been trying to take care of myself. Um, I did start yesterday with Disney. Um, I I was I'm happy that I'm working with Disney, but I'm not so happy with the location because for me, in my mind, Disney is Disney. But I was put at ESPN, which is on the property. It's just on Disney World property, but it's all about sports. And it's like you're putting the person who knows absolutely nothing about sports, doesn't really care about sports, and you're putting her there instead of in the parks. It's just, but I understand that that's probably where they need the most cast members right now, because apparently there's like a cheerleading thing going on. I don't know, um, but I have over the next 2 weeks, I have 2 days of each week where I'm training. So I got 4 days of training. But the thing is, it's like I trust me. I came from a family who loves football, um, American football. For those who live out of country and call soccer football. Um, but for me, it's not where I ever thought attractions would be. I would never consider that attractions. And from what I remember correctly, because I was kind of out of it yesterday, because I had very little sleep the night before. But from what I remember, it's only during major events, and that will be deployed most of the time. And it's like, why bother having me there if you're going to have me deployed most of the time? So, yeah, it's my best knowledge is with Disney and the characters and the parks. I can tell you so much about Disney itself, where sports, I don't, to me, when I think of Disney, I don't think of sports. And when I think of sports, I don't think of Disney. It's, to me, it doesn't combine. Just like I can't picture Spider-Man and anything else that goes in that genre. 'Cause I know there's two different types of comic book stuff, but I can't see Spider-Man with Disney. It's just, it doesn't go together for me. Though I do know that Disney owns it. So it's just hard for me to fathom. So I am going to try my best to see if I can get into the parks and stay in the parks, because that's where my heart is and that's where my mind is. And I'm struggling to understand the change because of my Asperger's. I struggle so hard with any major change, especially when it comes at me from left field. It hits me like this did. I mean, I nearly started crying yesterday when they first told me that I was going to ESPN, and it still tears me up. Right now, it's hard for me to understand. 'Cause I don't know why I'm put there. But I'm going to try to make the best of it and just wait out my time so that way I could get transferred into the park. Because for me, Disney is the parks. It's seeing all the villains and the princesses and the non-villains and, like, I guess you can call them the heroes, or whatever the case may be. And doing all the magic that you see that are at the parks. It's the rides that it's all about that. And yeah, it's a rough thing. And so I may just try my best to handle the situation the best I can. But it's just, I will probably fight to get into the parks, and to be put in there as soon as possible. But at least I am with Disney, so I am glad with that. So it's just, sorry, I'm struggling there. But so that's where the situation is now. It's just my emotions are on overload right now because I haven't gotten much sleep lately because I've been coughing quite a bit because of sinus drainage. And then with the excitement of yesterday going to start with Disney for the first time and everything else going on, it affects my emotions to where they're on overdrive more than my usual overdrive. And so it's a struggle. And yeah, I'm going to do my best because, like I said, I'm lucky I can even tell the difference between a basketball, football, and a baseball. I'm lucky I know that much. But I've tried to learn about football because my parents, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew, my grandfather, they were all into football of some sort. My grandfather was more into college where everybody else has been into pro. And I have tried to understand football and understand what's going on. But to me, it's just like I can't catch on. I'm hearing it, but it's not computing. It's just all I see are guys running back and forth from one end to the other and tackling each other. It's like I don't understand. And I know that today's football, Super Bowl, and I do know that it's the Rams against the Bengals because my brother-in-law is a huge Bengals fan. And so I'm rooting for them, in support of my brother-in-law, because that's his favorite team. His whole entire life has been Bengals and Ohio State, because that's where he grew up in Ohio. So I'm really still rooting for them. And I know that it's been 31 years or something like that since they actually made it to the playoffs. So for them to make it to a Super Bowl is a huge deal, especially for him. And so I'm hoping for his sake that they do win. But I won't be watching it. I mean, I may watch some highlights on the computer about the halftime. And I know I'll be calling up my family to see, say, hey, what's the score? How are the Bengals doing? But that's about the extent of it. So, yeah. Me and sports, it doesn't go together. It's kind of like, it's not from lack of trying. Trust me, it's not from lack of trying. Because I've tried so many times over the years and try to sit there and support my family's teams, because my parents, my sister are for Broncos, my brother-in-law's for Bengals, and my nephew is for Panthers. So I do support them in those teams, for them, but I just couldn't get into it. And it's kind of, and my sister is like complete opposite. She's totally into there, but she doesn't like the things I like. So it's, difficult to understand why I've been put there. But hopefully, over the next couple weeks, during training, I'll see what it's like, and what I'll do, and all that kind of stuff. And who knows, it might be something I like. I just don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't want to just say no completely. But at the same time, it's, my heart belongs in the parks. That's what, that's where all my knowledge is all the Disney characters. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to go into the parks, and do some working out and walking around, get some exercises done, because I do want to lose this weight. So I will be, at least I can go into parks and do that. At least I can still enjoy the parks, which is a great thing, because that way I can get my fix. So I will try to do some reaction videos. I know I haven't done many the last week or so, but it's just with everything going on, my mind is just not fully there, especially when I get hit with the news, with me going to ESPN. It's just, I'm struggling right now. And so I will be doing more videos, trust me, I promise. It's just, I need to get things settled and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And I hope to keep on doing better on doing the weight loss. And just keep working at it. And I will see you guys all in the next video. And I apologize again for not being around as much. It's just between my not feeling up to it, plus my everything else going on. It's just difficult. So, I will see you guys all later. Put kindness out there, because it will come back to you. And I love you all. See you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.